Lows and Highs of Adrien Agreste, the Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction written by Black Cat's Butterflies. Voice and record, Harpsigirl. Chapter 5. Nope, Marinette said, passing Tiki a macaroon. She had just gotten back from her meet-up with Chat and, frankly, was a little bit panicked. Nope. Marinette? I can't do this, she said, sitting down, all her chase defeated. First Adrien and now Chat? Her eyes pulled. They're both so kind and amazing and just the most brilliant people. She hid her face in her hands. They don't deserve this. Tiki frowned but said nothing. It's not fair. It's not fair for either of them. It wasn't. It just wasn't. Out of all people. She didn't know what Chat had, not really. But being out for 3 weeks? It must be something big. And chronic? He said it wasn't that big of a deal, but she didn't believe him. He was her partner, her best friend. And maybe she didn't know his name or his favorite color or his dream job, but she still knew him. Those details didn't matter when she could sense that he was hurt. He didn't really seem like he wanted to cry about it, though. Didn't seem like he thought it was that important. It was. It really was, but she wasn't going to push him. So she held her emotions back until she got home. Besides, she had cried enough for one day. Speaking of which, Adrien was a little too chill about his diagnosis too. Which, I mean, come on. What was it he said? Kidney failure? Seizures, fainting, paralysis? How was he so calm? Suddenly her sympathy turned to anger. Both of them, holy fuck! They're so fucking... Ugh! I don't know, it's just like they don't even give a shit. Marinette wiped her nose with the back of her hand. Why don't they care about themselves? She asked. I love them both so much, but it's like they just can't see anything good. Tiki decided to intervene now. Marinette, breathe, she said, landing on her holder's knee. Something like this, it's probably really difficult to wrap your head around. I mean, chronic means forever, eternity. Mortals can't imagine what that possibly means. And I probably couldn't even explain it in a way that makes sense. So, you think it's just the processing? Diabetes is such a huge change in Adrien's life, Tiki responded. And Plaque told me what Chanois has. I can't tell you at risk of identities, which is also why I didn't say why he was out, but it's just as big. Marinette frowned, but then her eyes started to slowly widen. What is it? Tiki asked. Adrien and Chanois, she said. You don't think it would make sense? In fact, it would make too much sense, way too much. I mean, how many coincidences could there possibly be here? 1. The blonde hair and green eyes. She knew for a fact that Chat's were green from he was Mr. Bug. 2. Both diagnosed with chronic illness, plus really sick, around the same time. 3. Chat shows up from a 3-4 week break right after Adrien seemed to have gained some weight back. 4. They both had pretty similar reactions to talking about the diagnoses. 5. When you really think about it, Adrien and Chanois' personalities weren't all that different. Marinette gulped. Marinette, you shouldn't be trying to figure out Chat's identity, Tiki pointed out. Why don't you occupy your time with, I don't know. Oh, why don't you do some research on T1D so you can help out Adrien a little bit? You're right, Marinette said. I'll drop it. She'd tried at least, but she highly doubted that she'd never think about it again. And that's a great idea, Tiki. I'll go do that now. She turned to her computer, but Tiki flew in front of her. What? Marinette, it's 9 p.m. Maybe you should go to bed and do this tomorrow. That's nothing, she said. I can stay up for an hour or two. She sat down at her desk and started typing away. Yeah, she heard Tiki mumble. And Adrien and Chanois don't take care of themselves. Hey girl, look at you being early, Alia said as Marinette ran up the stairs towards her and Nino. Oh, what do you bring? She pointed to the container in her hands. Passion fruit macaroons, Marinette answered. For the class? Nino asked. Or are you trying to fatten my bro up? Marinette giggled. The second one. He could use the carbs. Speaking of Adrien, Alia intervened. How'd your date go yesterday during lunch? I never got to talk to you about it. As I told you, it wasn't a date. Right. She held her hands up in defense. But it could have been. Leave her alone, babe. Nino laughed, wrapping an arm around her shoulders. She wasn't able to ask him out the other day, so there's no way she's going to do it anytime soon. Hey, I asked him out eventually, she said on impulse. Ask who out? A voice asked from behind her. Marinette flinched and turned around. No one, she said quickly. Sounds like it's someone, Adrien laughed. Well, I mean, yeah, but right now isn't the time, she said. He has a lot on his plate at the moment. Adrien's eyes softened. He does? Yeah. I mean, I really like him, but I wouldn't want to date him if he wasn't in the right headspace. She smiled and Adrien grinned. Too bad, Nino said, drawing their attention to him. You and that boy would be adorable together. He winked and they both blushed. But you're right about one thing. You gotta find the right time, or else it all fall apart. Said like a true professional. Alia smiled, giving him a kiss on the cheek. You guys are professionals, Adrien laughed. You've been in a strong, healthy relationship for almost 3 years. And all thanks to Ladybug. Alia discreetly winked at Marinette. Best thing to ever happen to me, Nino said, stroking her hair. Oh, babe, you're so cute. Nino gave her a quick peck. All right, get a room, Adrien joked, and they all laughed. We'll see you two in class, Alia said, and she and Nino walked inside hand in hand. After a moment, Marinette turned to Adrien. I brought you something, she said, offering the Tupperware container to him. You told me your blood sugar was really close to normal for the first time yesterday, so I guess this is like reward? She chuckled. Adrien opened the container. Oh, wow! They're passion fruit, your favorite. Marinette rocked back and forth on her heels. This is all so sweet of you, Marinette, but I did the math for you, so you can eat them. She interrupted him, and he gave her a confused look. Marinette passed him a post-it. I made them myself. While I was baking, I checked the carb counts for all the ingredients depending on how much I used. I added them up and divided by 12, because that's how many were in the batch. She pointed to the sticky note. The math's all there if you'd like to double-check it. Adrien stilled, looking from the macaroons to the post-it, to Marinette, then back to the macaroons. Adrien? Marinette, this is... Whoa, He choked. This is just about the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. I hope it's not overstepping, but I did some research last night on the type 1 diabetes, Marinette said. I just wanted to understand everything better so I could help, like, if needed. Not that you need my help, but like, if you want. She rumbled and Adrien stared at her. You only found out about this yesterday. When did you have the time to macaroons? Oh, I did it last night, Marinette said sheepishly. Again, I hope this wasn't overstepping, but I really wanted to help in some way, and I'm guessing that you don't get to eat stuff like this at home and... Oh! Adrien wrapped her into a huge hug. Thank you, he whispered. Adrien, Marinette said, I always love your hugs, but I kinda need to breathe. Oh, fuck, sorry. He scrambled away from her. You're good, she giggled, reaching up to wipe at the tear that had formed in the corner of his eye. So, does this mean you like the gift? I love it, Marinette, Adrien quickly replied. Seriously, you really didn't need to go through so much effort for me. I wanted to, she said. And I want to help you every step of the way. She smiled up at him. You've trusted me enough to open up to me, and I want you to know that you trusted the right person. Thank you, he grinned, squeezing her shoulder. Really? Of course, the warning bell rang. We should get going. Adrien nodded, and she took his hand and led him inside the building. Everything felt calmer today, Adrien noticed. Things just felt normal, less stressful, safer. It was nearing the time when he was supposed to have his first snack of the day, and he wasn't anxious to go give himself insulin at all. He peered down at the Tupperware container on his desk. Their neat, loopy handwriting was evidence of the kindest thing anyone had ever done for him. Marinette. Marinette was amazing. It hadn't even been 24 hours, and still telling her was the best decision of his life. He peered at the note to check the carb count, deciding that this was what he wanted for a snack today. 1 macaroon, 11 grams carbs. Enjoy! Marinette. Good God, she was adorable. He went through his satchel to find his diabetes bag, or diabag as he liked to call it, and raised his hand. Miss Bastien nodded, and he got up. As he shut the classroom door behind him, he made eye contact with Marinette. She winked at him, and he winked back, trying to hide his grin. Seems like you and Pigtails are getting along. Hide, Black, Adrien whispered as he walked down the hallway. Oh, please, the Kwame rolled his eyes. I'm staying put, and this hallway is empty anyway. He peered at Adrien from inside his overshirt. As I was saying, Pigtails, huh? Shut up, Plug, Adrien muttered. You know I like her. And you know she likes you, Plug groaned. You two are so annoying. You know I'm not ready to date anyone right now, and it seems like Marinette respects that without me even having to say anything. Adrien smiled. She's so amazing. Blech, Plug groaned. All I'm saying is it's gonna be hard for you to control yourself. Adrien choked on his saliva. Control? Plug, what? Please. Last year you didn't shut up with confessions to Ladybug. Now that there's a girl who likes you back, I'm scared for the amount of flirting she's about to endure. You have a bad way of explaining things, Adrien said. But in a way you're right. I should hold back on flirting. I can't date Marinette right now. It wouldn't be fair to either of us. Plug nodded, slipping back into the fabric as Adrien approached the nurse's office. Why, hello, Adrien, she greeted him. Snack time? Adrien laughed. If you wanna put it that way, then yes. All right, come on back. You two seem awfully close today, Milan mentioned to Marinette as they ate their lunch. Huh? She asked. You and Adrien, Rose finished. I got a photo of the two of you hugging before school. You guys are so cute. A hug is nothing. I hug all my friends. Yeah, girl, but today he looked back at you 4 times during class, Alia argued. That's double the usual amount. Plus, he winked at you as he was leaving to use the bathroom, Rose said. Seriously? How did no one else in her class question Adrien using the bathroom at the same time every day, multiple times a day, and then coming back to eat food? You noticed that? Of course we did, Alex groaned. We've been noticing the signs for like 3 months. Adrien's definitely noticed he had a crush on you. Yeah, he likes you, said Juleka. Now all that's left to do is get you to ask him out, Alia said. Girls, I told you now isn't a good time, Marinette told them. Really, I don't think... Marinette, I'm sorry, but you're just putting it off. You gotta do something. If you're gonna keep pressuring me, then I'm just gonna go, Marinette said, picking up her tray and standing up. Wait, we didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, Milan called after her. I know, She hesitated. I need a sec. She headed to throw her trash out. I'll go talk to her. Alia stood up, running after her and catching up as Marinette reached the garbage can. Girl, what's really going on? I don't want to ask Adrien out anymore. I'm just confused, Alia said. You were literally going to like 2 days ago. That's right. The letter Marinette was supposed to leave in his bag when she searched his stuff. I know, but that was before... She trailed off. Before? Look, Marinette said. I just don't think it's a good idea right now. She shrugged. I'm not mad, I just need to go clear my head. Is this about Ladybug? Alia asked her. Because we can find a way around that. There's no reason that you need to neglect your feelings because of that. No, it's not. Promise. She smiled. Okay. Well, just text me if you need me. Just tell the girls I didn't mean to have an outburst, Marinette asked. I was being dramatic. You guys weren't pressuring me. You just wanted to give me that extra push. Gotcha. Will do. What happened back there? Tiki asked as Marinette roamed the halls. I don't know, Tik, she said. Just stressed. A bit overwhelmed after reading so much about what Adrien has to go through now. Well, I can see that your support means a lot to him. I hope you're right, she sighed. I mean, diabetes seems terrible. Ignoring the shorts and the high and low blood sugars, there's so many other complications. Like what? Tiki asked curiously. Well, for one, he's more prone to infections, Marinette said. So he has to be careful with that. And then there's easily dry skin, which leads to eczema. Oh, and besides all the other dangerous things Adrien told me about, did you know that low blood sugar can cause brain damage? And ABI. Whoa, no, I didn't know that. That's really scary. Yeah, Marinette sighed. It is. She got a notification on her phone. Looking down at it, she groaned. What is it? An Akuma attack across town, she said. Hopefully it doesn't take too long or I'm gonna miss part of math. Well, then we better get a move on. Marinette opened the door to the boiler room, making sure no one was inside before transforming. Tiki, spots on!